You are now
listening
to Black
Sheep Conversations.
Oh, it sounds interesting. Black Sheep Conversations.
Nah. Hey, I was cheated on like when I was in middle school, man. It was like a little middle school flame. I cheated on her too.
Yeah, you're right, man. Kids are growing up to stuff that's like really different now.
It's a pizza that looks like an octagon.
Ooh, boy, you can turn to Barry White just then, boy. God, y'all bear with me.
Okay, so we're starting now?
Yeah, we're starting. Hey, y'all, welcome back. To now, we're known as Black Sheep Conversation. Black Sheep Conversations. We had to change our name because it's a lot of other Black Sheep podcasts out there. Mm-hmm. And we want to separate ourselves as much as we can so as to not cause any confusion. That voice you probably heard, you didn't recognize it. My usual co-host, Caleb, is not here because he is getting ready to go out of town for his job. So he is missing an action, but luckily I'm blessed to have a beautiful co-host and my girlfriend, YaLonda. It's great to have you on today. I appreciate you for taking the time to be here and to talk about this topic that I think both of us relate to. So yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm good.
That's good. I'm excited to be here. Happy about it.
Definitely. So you're a recent college graduate, right?
Yes.
What did you get your degree in?
Sociology and Anthropology.
And what made you choose that major?
It kind of came on its own, really. I began as a psychology major, and I took one psychology course, and I was like, this is not for me.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but you got to talk like down into it.
Right here?
Yeah, and speak up a little bit.
Okay. Can y'all hear me well?
That's good.
Awesome. So like I was saying, I was a psychology major, and I took one psych course, and I was like, no, this is just not it. Studying the mind and neurons and all that stuff, it just wasn't flowing with me. And so I went and talked to my psychology professor at the time, and I wasn't doing so well in the class either because I wasn't really interested in it. And so he was like, well, are you partying, or is that why you're not doing well? And I'm like, no, that has nothing to do with it. And he didn't understand. So I kind of had to make a choice for myself. And there's a doctor that majored in sociology when she went to VSU, and she was kind of like my mentor. And I was like, you know what? Sociology and anthropology is going to be my major. And yeah. So
hey, she told you? She knew? Like,
she told me what?
She said psychology was going to be your major? No,
her major in school was sociology because she's a therapist. And that's what I knew I kind of wanted to do also. So I just kind of changed my major to sociology. And I mean, they're kind of close, sociology and psychology, but sociology is more of the way, studying, races and cultures and identities. I love that stuff. So I was right where I needed to be.
Okay, cool. Well, the difference between psychology and sociology is like the way people think, or why the way people think is sociology?
Yeah, kind of. Mm-hmm. And psychology is more studying like the brain, how different parts of the brain work, diseases, disorders. They talk more on that spectrum, and we more talk about, why people do what they do, what caused them to do what they do based on their race or based on their culture, based on their identity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I mean, I don't know. I just think about college as a whole, and that's what I want to talk about in this episode here is why we choose to go to college. Because I know most people, they choose to go to college because, it's what everybody else is doing, and it seems like the safest thing to do. And I just really want to understand, is college really necessary? I mean, I know it's not necessary. I don't think it's necessary for certain things, but I mean, it can really like mess with your mind. Cause I know like after I graduated, I was just kind of like doing nothing. Not working in my field of, you know, my degree. And I mean, besides like freelance stuff as, you know, with photography and doing like a couple wedding videos. But I don't know. I feel like for college, you really have to know like why you're going, what's your purpose, what's your intent, and like really truly like, you know, understand like you have to plan, not just go just to go or because you think that's the right thing to do. Like, because I think that a lot of people make that mistake, because I know when I first went, I really didn't have any idea. My first major was like criminal justice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not like, I don't like the law. Like I wasn't, I don't know. I didn't really care much about learning about, well, no. Criminal justice wasn't my first major. My first major was journalism.
I couldn't see you doing that.
I really did it because I wanted to do what I do now. Because I was like, journalism, okay. Well, it has to do with, you know, mass media. But that journalism was more like actual like journalism, like you having to write stories and do reports, like news type stuff. And that wasn't what I wanted. I mean, I wanted to do photojournalism, but not news or anything type like just that kind of journalism. But that was my first major. Then I changed undecided, and for a while I was confused. I was like, well, I'll just be a criminal justice major. So I really didn't. I was cool with that for a minute. Then I was like, wait a minute, why do I want to be a criminal justice major? Do I actually like, and you know,
what you're going to school for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really couldn't answer that question and be like, yeah, I really do. So I changed, you know, completely like left field and started going to school for air conditioning. And I did that for like a year, maybe a year and a half. And I was just like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? Like, am I doing this because it's the easy way out and like I can get a job, which is cool. I don't knock anybody for picking up a trade. It's probably you can get a job faster picking up a trade than you can with your degree, which is a lot they don't tell you about. But yeah, I did that for like a year and a half. Then I went back to VSU as a computer information systems major. Why I want to do that, I don't know, because I'm not good at math. I'm not good at science. So it was really a terrible year for me. I almost got kicked out because I was failing like a lot of classes and stuff.
Oh.
And then I found out about mass media, and that's when I found out like, hey, this is something I could really see myself doing in the future and having fun with and being creative. That's the only thing I was worried about, is doing something that allowed me to be creative. So, but at the same time, I didn't really need to go to school for it, so to speak. So that's, I mean, like, what do you think?
So your question was, is it necessary to go to school, right?
Yeah, that was kind of my question. I don't know. I don't remember what the original question was.
Well, I would just say that you have to find your purpose first and then kind of move all along the way. Sometimes it's easier for people to begin and then they kind of figure out what they want to do, but it makes it harder over the years because you can go 2-3 years into college and still not know what you want to do. So find something that you're passionate about. Write a list of things that you like to do. And then once you get that list together, see what majors correspond with your likes that you like.
You think that conversation has to start like, how early does it have to, like, you have to, because I feel like it needs to start like when you're a kid and, you know, maybe middle school, elementary school.
Yeah.
Because you're always thinking about what you want to do and what you want to be. But that changes over time. I mean, because we change over time as people and our interests and opinions change. So I think that conversation should start early enough so you can kind of already know, oh, I've tried this before and I didn't really like it. or I tried that before, but I didn't really like it. And now I'm going to try, like, I know now not to do that because I've already done it. Instead of waiting until you're like 18, 19, and you've gone through, like me, like 4 or 5 different majors. You're wasting time and money. But I mean, everything happens for a reason. I'm not going to say I regret anything. But, you know, it would have been nice to be able to know when I first got to college, even before, like even going into high school, maybe that would have changed my decisions or maybe, you know, changed my route on how I pursue what I want to pursue now. Maybe I would have had a better plan and be better prepared for everything I'm going through now.
Yeah. I do feel like the conversation does need to start early. I mean, I remember when I was in elementary school in 4th grade, we had career day and we could dress up as what we wanted to be. And I dressed up as, guess what, Eric? I was a counselor, and that's what I want to do.
So you had like a business suit on?
No, my outfit looked like I wanted to be a preacher. I wore like a skirt.
So you were a spiritual counselor?
Yes. And you know what? And I feel like now I would probably go to school and want to do like Christian counseling. I mean, even you, we were looking at your books at your house one day, and y'all, this guy wrote that he wanted to be a photographer when he grew up. And guess what he's doing? He's a photographer.
I don't even remember writing that, honestly. It's crazy how that happened.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
It is kind of scary because the dude said he didn't even remember writing that, but I thought that it was God just giving him confirmation as to like what he's doing now is what he's supposed to be doing in life. Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that was confirmation.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had several confirmations before then, but that was like really like, okay, this is real.
Because it blows your mind.
Cause I don't remember writing that. I remember writing a book like in middle school, but I don't remember writing that I wanted to be a photographer because like so much changed over the time. Like I started getting involved in different things, music, and I changed my major like 10 times, over exaggerating, but I don't know. I don't remember writing that. It was very crazy, very
yeah.
But I think it was cool at the same time that I saw that. So.
Well, I feel like if you're a college student right now and you're continuously changing your major, you seriously need to have a conversation with yourself and be like, okay, what are my likes? Okay, I tried majoring in nursing and I really didn't like that. So that's off the list. So what else might be an interest for me? And just write out a list and like, you know, cross off things. And especially if God has already told you something, write down what God has kind of told you and kind of go with that. And it's okay to take a break. Like if you really don't know what you're going to school for and you're just going to school because that's what mama and them told you to do, then take a break and really figure out what it is that you want to do first.
I think it's up to us too as well, not solely on us, but for us to have been through, you know, what we're trying to have them avoid. Mm-hmm. Like, I think we have to kind of like do stuff like this, have the conversation to try to like educate and, you know, give advice on like, okay, and definitely like you said, you know, have that conversation with yourself and try to find somebody that has been through it, you know, college and, you know, figure out, okay, why did you go, you know,
yeah,
would you do it again? What would you do differently the second time you went around? Because I definitely would have, you know, I guess been more focused and pay more attention to exactly, you know, what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I might have not really ended up going to college if I went back. But like I said, I don't regret anything. I'm glad I did because I met certain people through my years in college that are still good friends to this day. And I've had experiences through college like that allowed me to, you know, mature and, you know, go through some things.
Yeah. Certain, like you can't, well, what I'm trying to say is in college, you are going to come across friends in different situations that, you know, are going to help you along the way of life. That's going to happen. But as far as like